Hello everyone! Get ready for a journey through the most incredible videos from around the world, featuring everything from breathtaking natural phenomena to amusing accidents and crazy inventions. Let's get it on. This is how the age of coal-fired power plants is coming to a close.
Whoa. Oh my glory. Wow.
Living on Newfoundland Island near the bay gives you opportunities for stunning visuals. A gorgeous blue iceberg, serenely drifting along, suddenly began to break apart and then flipped over as it tried to find its balance.
Get off the beach!
This spectacular shift caused a huge wave that crashed onto the shore. It was a beautiful finale to the iceberg's journey. The Reliant Regal is an iconic car, famous for being the villain's vehicle in the Mr. Bean universe. Its three-wheel design makes it notoriously unstable on the road though, so why not give it a chance to fly? That's exactly what these guys thought. So they attached a propeller to the Regal and used a tow to get it up to speed. It might not be the most reliable helicopter in the world, but it definitely takes off. If this was a bet, the winner is clear.
Keep it going! Slowly, 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 keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
All right, Bobby.
That's God.
A stunning and awe-inspiring scene. A New Zealand Navy vessel faces a colossal wave near Antarctica. This region in the southern hemisphere is called the Roaring Forties for a reason. The strong and steady westerly winds generate fierce storms, turning sailing here into a real challenge. Meets the one-of-a-kind Atlantis submarine, powered by electricity. It can descend to 30 meters and was created specifically for underwater tours. Divers accidentally filmed it diving near Oahu Island in Hawaii. A Boeing 757 was getting ready for takeoff on the small Greek island of Skiathos. For some reason, a crowd of onlookers had gathered to watch. This is seriously impressive. This exercise is definitely not for the faint of heart.
بنحسب حاله 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 وحش حبيب
Normally, fish become prey for seagulls, but this time it was the other way round. A huge tuna easily swallowed a seagull whole. Luckily for the bird, the tuna was a picky eater and avoided harmful food. For this sea lion, jumping into a fishing boat is like dining at a restaurant where you're served by 6 waiters at once.
You can let him in the boat?
This safari has been going on for 10 hours because no one wants to get out of the car. A natural talent for disguise. It looks like a horror movie set, but this video is real. In March 2017, a group of motorcyclists saw a prehistoric man running along a woodland path. This event triggered a wave of excitement in Indonesia, with many recalling the legendary Manti pygmies thought to have lived in Aceh province. In response, the government launched search missions and set up protective measures for the tribe if they were discovered. It's incredible how the characters from sci-fi are now part of our real world. The height of wind turbines can reach up to 200 meters. Working at that height requires nerves of steel. Probably the cutest use of a drone in the history of unmanned aviation.
Look how cool this is. Let's see if it really works. Wow. Wow. That really freaking works. Oh my God, look at that.
Sorry, but you won't be able to drink bubble tea without thinking about this anymore. Actually, these are the eggs of a rare animal from the Ichthyophidae family. The female curls around the eggs to protect them from damage and drying out. This guy's on another level.
You should pull that out.
Wow, who made this? This is nuts. Did you make this?
Jeremy walked by.
It's crazy, man. It's great.
I grabbed the plastic bag and just hang on.
He's gonna get dates like crazy. That's nuts.
A dirty thunderstorm is a term used to describe the unique phenomenon when lightning flashes within a volcanic ash cloud during an eruption.
I'm gonna go slower so you don't get run over. This thing runs so good underwater. I know, I love it.
Amazing mass formation in freefall. This video lets you feel like you're one of the 164 parachutists.
Yeah, that's one.
And
There's two.
Another successful landing of the Falcon 9 rocket's first stage, captured by an eyewitness. The precision is truly astounding, especially considering the size of this massive vehicle, which stands as tall as a 20-story building. This is a panoramic restroom in Rome called Don't Miss a Sec. Perfect for those who suffer from claustrophobia. Colonies of sea lions have taken over the city beach in Monterey, California. People will now have to wait a couple of weeks for their turn.
Tahan dulu. Pegang dulu, pegang tu.
They're planning to shoot the new season of Lost on this island. At last, freedom. Now all that's left is to get to the ocean. This house looks straight out of a Wes Anderson movie set, so whimsical and enchanting. There's a special business class designed specifically for supercars. This oil rig is the perfect spot for a rock festival. Check out how the waters of Argentino Lake erodes the mouth of the Perito Moreno Glacier in Patagonia. This enormous glacier contains the third largest reserve of fresh water on the planet. Ice jams during the thaw can lead to serious problems, including flooding and damage to bridges.
Yeah, baby!
Schwan paper, known for its intricate production process involving over 100 steps, has been made the same way for 1,000 years and is highly valued by calligraphy artists. You might question his methods. But we can't deny his results. It seems like people will never get tired of inventing new sports. A lesser known but important reason to enable airplane mode.
Estamos aquí en el 300, en la hamaca, nomás porque a esta morrita.
If a hammock is meant for sleeping and relaxation, what do you think about using it like this?
Pero bueno, valió la pena. Ale, asómate.
Watching the courier navigate through a tumbleweed invasion in Utah, you can tell this guy would handle a zombie apocalypse like a pro.
Okay, go.
You ready?
he regrets nothing.
No, God! No, God, please!
Davis Monthan Air Force Base is home to the largest aircraft boneyard in the world, with over 4,000 aircraft valued at more than $35 billion. What could be better than a walk with a friend? Colourful laser beams on Chinese highways are an interesting way to keep drivers alert at night and prevent them from falling asleep at the wheel.
Медведь! Куда же вы так бежите?
It's hard to outrun a bear, but you can still impress it with your speed.
Вот это он хотел просто такой бесстрашный, что ли? Это мы когда не устали.
What？ 这不是平行生物是什么？啊？我就问了，哦，这边还有黄色的光啊！哦，这是这边还有黄色和绿色的光，这是人类照的吗？啊？我去啊！
It's hard to imagine how many workouts it takes to master your body like that. Few things are as breathtaking as encountering the raw power of nature. Artists like these are the reason why graffiti on city walls is considered street art. These multi-layered stereographic images are created by a Greek artist, and you can view them in 3D with red-blue glasses. They're incredibly cool. This sudden landslide in the Himalayas looks both dramatic and terrifying. Either these guys are true pros, or they have a knack for causing chaos. Did you know that helicopters are used to trim trees? They employ a special circular saw attached to a cable for this purpose. In some areas, it's the only way to prevent power lines from getting damaged. Is anyone aware if this is part of the recipe or if the guy's just having a rough day? Let the adventure begin. Peat bogs are a goldmine for archaeologists, holding well-preserved remains dating back thousands of years.
Yeah.
These unusual creatures aren't worms, as one might think, but siphonophores. They live in the water and form complex colonies that can break apart when threatened.
They're everywhere. Hold on. Watch this. Look at that guy. You see that guy?
There are fish that can assemble into remarkably well-organized schools, operating as if they were a single organism.
Life is good. You know what I mean?
This is the most touching dance ever performed by a piece of furniture. Everyone. Your inner perfectionist is in for a treat. We've prepared videos where people are so synchronized they seem like armies of clones. Some are meticulously planned, while others happen purely by chance. Let's get it on. It seems like they've decided to recreate the white noise of a TV in real life. However, soon this crowd will take on a more organized shape. Imagine all the practice and bumping into each other that must have happened to get to this point. I'd sooner believe that one of them learned to clone herself than that humans could achieve such perfect synchronicity. Even bees would be jealous of such flawless teamwork. Who would have thought that preparing for a race could be even more exciting than the race itself? It's like a real orchestra on the move. And, as if the harmony in the music isn't enough, they even dance in perfect unison. It's called the Dance of a Thousand Hands. How can they even manage without a mirror? What makes this team even more amazing is that it's made up of deaf and mute girls, so their hands are their primary means of expression. It's not the most complex dance, but with so many people involved, it looks impressive, don't you think? I'm not sure what's more impressive in this video, the girls' coordinated movements or the fact that they're doing it all upside down. Their movements are as coordinated as a shoal of fish, but way more graceful. Such skill would probably impress even the fish. Nowhere is coordination valued as much as in the military. Just watch how the ceremonial guards demonstrate their precision. They don't need any software to create beats. The sound is so amazing, it's perfect for sampling.
There you go. Good job, girls. Good.
There's a certain beauty in a group of people moving in sync, but these folks seem like they could put on an entire animated show. The live orchestra playing alongside just makes it even more epic.
We are in the throes of battle. Let's hope that Captain America, with his indestructible shield, can take over the fight to safeguard Ohio City.
Looks like this runs in the family. The trombone part is the highlight of this performance. Do you think this is just a coincidence, or does it come from a lot of practice? What? I swear I was sure there was a mirror next to the guy. This team of women is so in sync that they not only run like clockwork, they practically are a clock. Or a blooming flower. Or even this, whatever it might be. With videos like this, you could start believing in the world behind the mirror. Although some things weren't designed for mass use, China went ahead and created synchronized massage. Seems this is how people might have built the pyramids. The way those dogs wiggle around is so contagious that you find yourself doing it too without even realizing it. There's nothing like joining a flash mob like this to truly feel the stadium vibe. It's incredible how people pull this off without planning it together first. The presentation is so perfectly executed that it's like clockwork. Cheerleading is an art form that demonstrates how gracefully a crowd of people can work together. These women do their jobs so amazingly well that they deserve way more than just being called a cheerleading squad. It's no wonder these guys help boost the players' morale. After all, their exceptional musicianship makes players eager to match that level of performance on the field. These guys turn themselves into pixels to showcase something that will blow your mind. If they can put these skills to use in a real game, they'll probably be unbeatable. These guys are on a real march. It seems like these guys share one collective intelligence. Their teamwork is flawless. It looks even cooler with a beat. Check it out. These guys seem to be connected by an invisible thread. Military marching is impressive, but crawling in formation demands even more endurance and strength. If you slow down, you can really let down the person behind you. The gesture at the end was a bit off, but the impeccable teamwork of these people makes it hard to believe it's really happening. Synchronizing robots is definitely easier than synchronizing people. After all, they all share the same brain. Still, it's a mesmerizing sight. He has no idea how dedicated his fanbase really is.
And they're off to the races.
This video proves the saying, great minds think alike.
This is going to be down to milliseconds, folks. Let's cheer them on.
That's right, we're ramping up his speed. Come on, boys, let's see a good time.
Down to the wire. Who's going to grab the finishing hole first? I don't even know. I don't even know. I mean, was that a tie?
This is one of those videos that leaves you speechless. If these guys run into an opponent, he'll be surprised not just by their numbers. I think there's a cloning machine somewhere in that room. Even though the stakes are high, these athletes are still willing to take risks for the sake of an extraordinary show. When it comes to impressive flights, fighter pilots really know their stuff. When there are several of them, it turns into a full-blown show that anyone can enjoy just by looking up at the sky. That moment when it's a two-player game, but you have to control both characters yourself. Not everyone can move on the ground the way they do on the ice. You might find it strange that this video ended up in the compilation, but give these metronomes a chance. It's even more pleasing to see order born out of total chaos. Get ready to break your mind trying to figure out how they do it. The choreography is incredibly sharp here. I'm curious if they could pull off those moves on ordinary bikes. They look like the Terracotta Army come to life. This incredible phenomenon is called murmuration, the coordinated flight of a massive flock of birds. These swirling three-dimensional patterns demonstrate that the pursuit of synchronicity and symmetry is a natural instinct, not just a human one. At football games, fans often start a wave. Bees would probably enjoy that too. They did a fantastic job cosplaying the DNA structure. Playing this game alone takes immense skill, but coordinating with a buddy means that you've got to be a god-level gamer. Synchronized swimming looks graceful, and the thrill of coordinated jumps into the water makes it even more extreme. On that day, everyone in town probably felt a small earthquake. This is what I call being on the same wavelength. This tool is designed to show kids the laws of physics, but I'm sure it's just as fascinating for adults. Who says aerobics is boring? This party looks so irresistibly fun that you can't help but want to join in. No wonder so many people showed up. Even police are now embracing the trend of smart lighting. Hello everyone. From massive debris flows to waterfalls right in the middle of cities, it's time to witness the most powerful and sudden floods and marvel at the raw force. It's good that people record these incidents on video, reminding us to respect nature, because it can show us just how powerful it can be. A house with an ocean view sounds magical, doesn't it? That is, until a powerful storm hits and the waves reach 2 meters high. In several towns along the coasts of Ireland and the North Sea, this was exactly what happened. People must have thought their homes were far enough from the water, so they were shocked when they saw massive waves coming closer. Being this close to the ocean isn't so peaceful anymore. This is what flooding looks like during winter time. When a storm hits a city and the temperature drops to freezing or below, the water flows start to freeze and turn into a sluggish ice flow. Even though it moves slowly, it can still flood the streets and make life really tough for people. For instance, it can completely wreck cars. Not to mention how chilling it is to just see this kind of weather. Hit the like button if you get cold just from looking at that damp, chilly street.
This guy's gonna get stuck. What are you doing?
Not every car, or rather driver, would push through a flood. But this fearless Houston resident did just that. While everyone else pulled over, unsure what to do, he kept driving into the water. To everyone's amazement, his determination paid off. I bet his boss showed that video to all the other employees who came up with excuses for not making it to work that day.
He's got balls, man. Balls, stupidity.
The bridge that folks in a small Texas town normally crossed multiple times a day was hit hard by the flooding after some heavy rains. Small streams had turned into raging rivers. As a result, most people chose a longer route to avoid the danger, but one driver decided to take the risk. Luckily, everything turned out fine, and the man got out safely. But after that, he's probably not going to dare challenge Mother Nature again.
Oh my God, oh my God. No, don't do it, don't. Oh my God, oh my God. Stay back.
Take a look at what happens when a city is hit by a flood. Heavy rainfall doesn't just cover a few streets, it creates a flow from higher grounds that brings along everything but clean water. As a result, many roads remain blocked, making it impossible to drive or even walk through them. Rubber boots probably won't help you reach the store easily in such conditions. Italy is a super popular destination for tourists, mainly because of its stunning views and great weather. Imagine how surprised the visitors must have been when they looked out the window and saw this. Despite the severe flooding, no one was hurt, and the next day many people went out to help clean up the mess left by the weather. I'd give anything to see the face of the person whose GPS told them to take this shortcut. The current may not look too dangerous or fast, but it managed to wash out the banks and a whole stretch of road. It's creepy, but also impressive how nature can do something like this. When you realize what nature is capable of, you can't help but admire it even more. Judging by the murky water and all the debris, this flow isn't coming from a clear mountain lake. It probably picked up stuff from places that don't usually see much rain on its way down. But honestly, if you close your eyes, the flooding could even feel soothing, like a little ASMR for everyone living nearby. The last thing anyone wants is to get stuck on a bus in the middle of the city in this kind of weather. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened to some residents in Hong Kong when they were caught off guard by a massive storm. The city was hit with heavy rainfall that flooded several neighborhoods. Just imagine it. There was almost no escape from this weather. A tiny village in Colombia got hit by a huge flood that overwhelmed the area in seconds. Check out how fast the water engulfed the houses in the low area. It's really a miracle that everyone got out safely and no one got hurt. But now, 30 houses are in need of serious repairs.
Bendito sea mi Dios, hombre.
Just because you can't see the raging waters during a flood doesn't mean they can't cause damage. After a series of heavy rains hit one of Brazil's largest states, the downpours finally eased up, and people thought the worst was over as the water on the streets started to recede. But then they saw a small structure being carried by the current toward a bridge, only for it to collapse like a house of cards. This isn't just boiling water, it's the aftermath of a river overflow in Minnesota. The intense flooding reached the dam and damaged one side of it. You can tell the current was really strong with large water flows. Even to a regular person, it was obvious the dam was at risk of collapsing. It's like nature was nudging the local government to get serious about fixing it. Even though the bridge held up, it couldn't serve its purpose for a while. Due to heavy thunderstorms in a suburb of Austria, there were floods. With such a powerful current, it's easy to believe that it washed out and blocked some roads. Even the bridge downstream got closed off because of the strong flow. And it wasn't just the bridge, the water even reached the town's streets. Something similar happened in India, but this time the massive surge of water didn't catch people off guard. They actually gathered on the shore to watch the tide fill up the shallow parts of the river. Just listen to how excited they are. It's not hard to get them. Seeing the raw power of nature up close makes it hard to hold back your excitement. Sometimes water can get dangerously close to homes. For example, the people in this village had to quickly evacuate and move to higher ground to escape the flood. It's scary to think about what could have happened if the current had reached their houses. I don't know what kind of charms or amulets they have hanging in their homes, but they seem to have done a good job protecting them from nature's fury.
We're in a Jeep sitting on 37s. Look at this. Wow. Wow, dude, look at that. That is a water treatment plant. Underwater. This is all lake now. This is crazy. Look at that gas station.
The people of Houston will remember this flood for a long time. In just a few days, the state saw over 30 centimeters of rainfall. Many streets were flooded, roads were blocked by the water, and residents had to be evacuated for their own safety. With parts of the city underwater, there's not much to do but stay home. And if you're there, it's best to be on the second floor or higher. El Paso gets flooded quite often, so the locals are probably used to seeing stuff like this. For people from areas with consistently nice weather though, it can be pretty shocking. The aftermath of a heavy rain can look like this. It's more like a waterfall than a typical flood. Just look at how fast the water is moving. At least the locals know exactly how to stay safe in situations like this. Believe it or not, a dam stood here for 114 years. It held back excess water and protected the valley residents from flooding. But one day, a flood hit the structure, washing out the power station. The river started washing away the river bank and eventually broke through. Despite standing strong in the water for over a century, the dam couldn't handle the overwhelming force of nature. That's what people who live near this river in France got to see. They say the locals haven't seen anything like this for more than 20 years. The cause of this rare phenomenon was strong thunderstorms that triggered a river overflow. A huge amount of natural debris started flowing downstream. Workers even had to clear the riverbed to unblock its flow and clean the water in the clogged banks. The view from the window is truly remarkable. However, during the storm, the residents of the British coastal town regretted choosing to live there. In the most dangerous areas, wind speeds reached 130 kilometers per hour, causing massive waves to crash against the cliffs and houses along the shore. It was both a terrifying and breathtaking sight.
Okay, what's the weather forecast?
We should go get slight chance of flash flooding, maybe.
Chance of flash flooding?
Alright, we gotta move.
Okay, let's get out of here.
This flow just increased like
Let's go, come on.
Take our video this
Let's go. He went back. Yeah, see look, that's eating up where we were.
Yeah, that wasn't there.
Yeah, I'm filming the whole thing.
Excellent.
Even our most excellent escape.
If you don't believe water is a powerful force, just see what it can do. In just a second, the current can pick up and sweep away anything in its path, including massive boulders. You definitely don't want to be caught in that. It looks like the workers will need to find new places to stay. A flood unexpectedly hit the site where their trailers were parked, sweeping them away with the current in just a few minutes. Fortunately, no one was inside at the time, but just imagine how it must have felt for them to see their homes floating away together. People crossed this bridge to the other side every day, never expecting what was about to happen. The tiny stream wasn't scary at all, and the suspension bridge seemed safe and sturdy. But nature reminded everyone what it's capable of. During a flood, a surge of water crashed down on the bridge, reducing it to just a memory of its former self in a matter of seconds. After that, many people had to find a new route, and the builders had to take the weather into account, making the new bridge a bit stronger. I bet you wouldn't recognize beautiful Spain from those videos. The region was hit by an enormous storm. Heavy rain and strong winds transformed the city streets beyond recognition, making them nearly impassable. Water was flooding the ground floors of buildings, roads were blocked, and even the airports had to halt operations to keep people safe. Think about how challenging it must have been for the rescuers to drive through the city and help people in those circumstances. These people are lucky to be in a safe zone where the flood hasn't reached them yet. But look at the scale of it. No chance such a large and powerful flow of water would just stop and not spread any further. So the guys should hurry up and move their cars before something like this happens to them.
يا الله يستر الله يستر الله يستر يا الله يا الله.
Poor owners will go crazy trying to find their missing cars. Living by the ocean in the northern part of the US is far from the dream many imagine. Instead of year-round beach vacations with a cocktail in hand, it often means keeping a close eye on weather forecasts, dealing with closed windows, and managing unbearable humidity. Severe storms make daily life and work challenging for locals. Few people would consider dining by the ocean when such weather is raging outside. That's why, during terrible weather and abnormal tides, many local restaurants just shut down, and locals stay indoors, waiting for better conditions. When floods hit mountainous regions, they don't just send water downstream, they also drag along a lot of natural trash like sticks, leaves, and tiny stones. As a result, rivers can look really messy after these events because all the debris gets dumped in the water. Picture what it will look like once all this debris is settled. Picture this. You wake up in the morning, get ready for work, and when you open the door, you're greeted by an unexpected flood on your street. That's how the day began for the town's residents. They had to stay home and watch the swift current, though a few brave souls chose to head out. I don't think an umbrella's gonna help here, buddy. It looks like the flooding disrupted many people's plans by washing out this road. From these scenes, it seems like a small stream always ran here, and the roads just curved somewhere. But that's not the case. Normally, there's no water here, and drivers pass through without any problem. However, on that day, nature had different plans. The cameraman will have to turn around and take a different route. When the hurricane hit Brooklyn, the entire neighborhood turned into one big swimming pool. The streets were so flooded that it was pointless to go outside without a wetsuit. Meanwhile, the rain kept falling, making the water level rise even higher. Besides the obvious problems, there were others people aren't usually prepared for, like sewer systems that couldn't handle the deluge. So, people who thought they'd stay dry in their apartments ended up dealing with a local flood in their bathroom. People sometimes visit spots like these just to see an empty riverbed filled with water. After recent rains, the locals discovered that a flood was coming their way down from the hills. Luckily, the city and houses were safe, but the riverbed was completely filled. It was an impressive sight, and it's no surprise the cameraman went out to film it. This is what happens when flooding occurs in winter. In this Swiss river, for example, the current carried thousands of ice chunks downstream. This was likely caused by melting and precipitation, and the layer of ice that hadn't melted yet just broke apart. Eventually, the surface of the water was covered with numerous chunks, which the flow carried down the slope. It's hard not to be amazed by nature when you see something like this. Take a look at this huge mud flow filmed in Switzerland. No one stopped time here, and it's got nothing to do with superheroes. It's just that all the water flowed downwards, while the solid rocks settled at the bottom. Luckily for us and the cameraman, a new flow is already on its way. Floods can be devastating, but watching them from a safe distance can be fascinating for hours. The Illgraben River is famous in Switzerland for its unusual appearance. It doesn't just carry water, it also carries a mix of light-coloured rocks. From a distance, it looks more like a big muddy stream than a river. Over time, it has even shaped the landscape and created a unique bay. People there even refer to it as their local Grand Canyon. The residents of San Fernando clearly knew what was coming, so they grabbed a camera and went to observe. Fortunately, they managed to capture the flood, bringing with it a huge amount of branches and tree trunks. It looks like many trees had dried up and fallen to the ground, only to be swept away by the flowing water. Hopefully the river gets narrower, because real trouble begins when such debris piles up in one spot and blocks the water flow. Hello everyone! Even if fishing isn't to your liking, this compilation will still amaze you with its bizarre catches, odd companions, and the unexpected situations that come up while fishing. Let's get it on. What you're seeing are merely the after effects of the wave that fishermen in Greenland had to deal with, which soared to 90 meters at its highest. After this, who would argue that fishing isn't an extreme sport?
There you go.
Holy right behind us.
Right here.
Holy get out of there.
Get there, some, baby. Get a picture.
I got it. I'm videotaping it. Videotaping this.
Get some.
Wait, back.
The video's author says that catching a 55-kilogram marlin on their boat was less exciting than the unexpected visit they had.
Are you shit
Kidding me.
I can't even believe it.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out. Oh my gosh. Oh. Hold on to that thing.
I'm gonna bail some water here.
Oh my gosh.
Anyone heading out to fish off the coast of Florida should be prepared for something like this. The guys made two big mistakes. They went fishing in a canoe and accidentally caught a shark. It's no wonder the shark got angry and decided to show them who's boss.
Oh my gosh! Look at this. There's a whole super...
The guys went out to their favorite fishing spot, but it didn't take long for them to realize that they weren't the only ones who liked fishing there.
This is no way. Never in my whole life. Guys, this is insane. Never ever in my entire life did I ever think that I'd see something like this. No ways!
Although I doubt they caught much that day, they enjoyed a show that you won't find in any aquarium in the world.
Oh my goodness.
He caught my pole, bro. He snagged my pole. Literally snagged my whole line in the water. Did anybody see that? Did anybody see that? He just snagged my whole ugly stick and took it in the water.
While you're shelling out big money for high-end fishing gear and carefully picking out lures, some guy in Brazil is handling it like this. Some people buy boats to fish out in the middle of the lake, while others invest in more modern methods. Here's another option for those who are tired of the traditional methods.
Let's go! Got it!
There we go!
Yeah! Just suck on the fin! Boys. Come on. Keep going! Yeah! Yeah! That was crazy.
Lẹ của lâu khi lọ. Ê, ganyo, siapa mau?
Kamera lihat ke pojok mas, kalau lihat ini kayak manusia alien.
Manusia alien.
Manusia alien.
Very clean precision.
Harus kepres.
Sometimes fishing isn't just about catching unusual fish, it's also about meeting unusual companions.
All right, get up to the bow. Get up to the bow. Get up to the bow. You okay? All right. Woo. I don't know what we're gonna do about this. Dan. Need some help over here.
Relax, they did manage to put the surprise guest back in the water, but the guys will definitely remember this experience for a long time.
All right, here. You okay? All right. That's all right.
Welcome to Alaska, where fishing comes with a splash of adventure. Sometimes the waves are so huge that even raincoats don't help. Honestly, if the people took them off, it wouldn't make a difference.
Hurry! Hurry, get it, please! Please, I can't!
In today's episode of Jackass, you can tell right away these guys are pros. I can't imagine the level of fishing skill it takes to make it run like clockwork.
Good boy.
Good boy. Good boy.
We know that a dog is man's best friend, and what could be better than a friend who shares your passions? This guy's lucky because his dogs also love fishing. What's even more surprising is that they're actually really good at it. While you're still deciding which friends to invite for fishing, this guy made a smart choice by bringing someone genuinely useful along.
Mai sau thay miền Tây không đâu ấy, miền Thang ấy ta mới à. Rồi, ô tàu với này bị tàu này, ô này phải chạy tàu ấy, đi tàu à, ô lấp đi, ô dạo ấy à, ô đi, thôi, ô thấy, thôi, ô máu đi, ô tàu vinh, chơi, ô lao máu này, ôi tụi rồi tây qua này quay, máu tiên này, mai banana đi.
He dug a small hole near the water and put a snake in it. Then all it was left was to wait for the scared fish to start surfacing on their own. It's not a method everyone would use, but these two made a pretty effective team, wouldn't you agree?
Ui, ni các bà đấy. Đi. Trời máu ăn xí chạy máu ui.
Big fish.
Oh no! Wait,
Wait, what is that? What is that?
Is that a fish?
What is that? Oh my god! Oh my god!
So, who's caught whom, guys?
He's gonna back off in the circle.
He's gonna bite you.
No, your eyes are not deceiving you. A guy is fishing while standing on a cow. Without a doubt, that's the most unusual catch in today's compilation. The fishermen came across this World War II bomb by pure chance, so they were clueless about how to handle it. Luckily, experts arrived quickly after they called for help, and the fishermen were able to watch from a safe distance as their strange find was safely defused.
You good? He's so good.
In Australia, catching a fish isn't enough. First, you have to fight for it with rivals.
There it is. Oh, there it is. Quick, 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 quick.
And, let's be honest, that's the least intimidating of them all. Does this count as a prank call?
Oh, okay, what's that?
How my grandfather describes his smallest catch.
So, this is happening.
The migration of this fish didn't go quite as planned. Hit the like button if you know someone who still wouldn't catch anything in a situation like this. Dude turned his childhood hobby into a super useful fishing skill. You'd never guess who he's trying to catch. Only one of them chose the right spot for fishing. And before you say it's obvious, take a look at this. After watching this video, how do you explain to your wife that you need to drive 200 kilometers out of town for a fishing trip? They're acting way too cocky for guys on such a small and fragile boat.
You want got it all the way through your ear?
Oh, it was. I got it.
Oh, that one got it.
Oh, that one got it. Get yours. We done, bro.
I don't know what to do.
We done.
I don't know what to do.
We are done. Get another freaker in the boat, bro.
The one and only acceptable selfie among fishing enthusiasts. Only your best friend can laugh at you like that. Animal psychologists need to pay more attention to fish. It looks like people have discovered a secret spot where all the fish in the world are gathered. Just look at this catch. No idea where he found that fishing pole, but it seems like he's aiming to reel in something as legendary as the Loch Ness Monster. This pal caught a fish with a bonus. It turns out that with this species, it's the father who carries the eggs in his mouth until the fry hatch and become strong. In case it wasn't clear, here's why napping at the helm isn't the best idea. Seriously though, collisions between cargo ships and fishing boats happen quite frequently. Sometimes vessels go undetected by radar or weather conditions interfere, so don't be too quick to blame the guys at the helm. It might not be their fault. It seems this wasn't exactly what he was planning to catch that day.
Reel.
This fish definitely had its own plans, and getting caught on such a flimsy rod clearly wasn't part of them. Top legendary showdowns in cinema. First place. A perfect example of balancing work and hobby.
快1的话，你
有啊，一兩萬。
Twinkle fingers in a little bit.
If there are
Watch it all
snake
bring up.
charmers, there should be fish charmers too.
But you gotta wait for him to come up to the top.
Just let
Get
the
one
mic
that's a good
up.
size. Snatch him.
The guy probably didn't immediately realize how lucky he was. Catching marlins can be pretty dangerous, so it's important to stay alert.
Cara pescando dentro da caixa d'água. Arrocha, Yudi. Arrocha. Dá-lhe, Yudi.
Catching bluefin tuna fish is no big deal. Getting it into the boat, now that's the real achievement.
Alright, set
No,
it.
you don't
Set it,
say
set
Oh my god!
Wait.
David.
Oh, we're gonna get it again! We're gonna get it again! Oh, build open! Set it!
Oh god.
Don't forget to show this video to your dog who spends all day sleeping on the couch. Imagine catching a big fish, only to find out that it was supposed to be someone else's dinner, and it's lucky for you that it wasn't too persistent. That's impressive, but see if you can pull that off in the Amazon, pal. Anyone who thinks fishing is boring has simply never had a rod like this. A tiny camera is all you need to spot the fish approaching and time your catch perfectly. And let's be honest, it looks pretty cool. Those other guys on the bank must be jealous.
Dobra, zobaczyć, żeby wystarczył.
Uwaga, łeb do wiadra z powrotem. O! To żyje jeszcze.
No jak nie żyje, że nie zabita. Dopiero co mu ją wyciągnęli.
Dobra.
Co to jest krokodyl?
Krokodyl, ty się krokodyl.
Takie ma płetwy dziwne.
Rób zdjęcie.
Bo to jest guziec. Taka ryba z Afryki.
when your husband went on for hours about how getting a good catch takes plenty of time, money, and patience. It seems like it's been through a lot and gained enough wisdom not to fall for that. Sometimes fishing turns into a rescue mission. Fortunately, none of the passengers were injured, but the ship's owner's bank account took a serious hit. The guys thought they'd try fishing with an umbrella rig that can catch multiple fish at once. It might seem questionable, but the results are pretty impressive.
Jake, stop. Jake. Woo-hoo! The thing's massive, let it out.
Why teach your dog to fetch a stick when you could train it to do something really useful instead?
There's a bunch in this pool. We got one. Good boy. Let's see it.
Ничего себе, трофей. Офигеть.